With me now is the Parliamentary Budget Officer, Yves Giroux. Good to see you again. Thanks for being here. Let's walk through this report. It says it will cost another $1 billion or so to fix the broken federal payroll system that pays some 300,000 federal workers. What will that extra money be used for as they try to get the payroll system and the federal government sort of back on track and working?
Well, it's going to be used to fix the numerous errors that have been created by the current system, Phoenix. So every 2 weeks, as public servants get paid, there are thousands and thousands of errors. So these are due to the fact that Phoenix cannot accommodate the 80,000 or so payrolls in the current in the bureaucracy. So every 2 weeks, it needs to be fixed. Some of these payrolls need to be adjusted and incorporated into Phoenix, but in the meantime, there continues to be a number, thousands of public servants who don't get paid the right amount. So in addition to fixing the system, there has to be hundreds of pay advisors that manually fix the errors that are being created every 2 weeks.
So if I'm calculating this correctly, $2.6 billion all in by the time, from beginning to end, by the time this thing is
Stabilized, we say.
Stabilized, not even useful.
Well,
useful to the point of being gutted, essentially, to create another system. Is that
not necessarily?
Okay.
The $2.6 billion to stabilize Phoenix, at that point, it should be usable by that point. By the time we spend collectively $2.6 billion, it should be stable enough, but that's supposed to be in 2023. And by that time, will people have confidence enough in Phoenix to rely on it to get paid? I'm not sure, and the government is not sure either. So that's why they're considering an option or options to replace it.
$2.6 billion. How much was it supposed to cost?
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah.
The AG did a very good report, or two reports, in fact, that looked at that. But
it's no more than I don't think than a couple $100 million all in, right?
Yes, a fraction of that.
Wow. Okay. So that we understand this correctly, $2.6 billion to get it stabilized. At the end of the day, as I understand the report, that's one of the options. The options is to stabilize it and continue to use whatever Phoenix is then, or is there an option to launch something new?
Well, the $2.6 billion to stabilize Phoenix, we'll have to pay that no matter what, regardless of whether we keep Phoenix or we go to something else, because you need to start with a new system with sound and correct data. You cannot start a new system in 2023, for example, with a bunch of mistakes in every public servant's pay. Otherwise, it'll be, as I say, in scientific terms, it'll be garbage in and garbage out if we don't clean up the entire pay files of every single employee.
And even at this cost, it would make no sense. There's no point entertaining something as going back to zero and starting over. I mean, there's enough work that's been done in Phoenix to.
Well, and the pay files of all the employees are in such a bad situation that somebody has to clean it up. There's no point in doing anything but cleaning it up. You have to clean up the huge mess that's been created by Phoenix. And that's the good chunk, the $2.6 billion. It'll be used to fix all that. Once you've done that, then you can either choose to keep Phoenix, because by that time, presumably it will be paying people accurately, or if the government chooses to go with another solution, then you can start with another solution, but you need to have sound, correct, and accurate data.
Right, it's either Phoenix or a new solution that builds on what Phoenix is now, essentially.
Or it could be something entirely different, but you'll have a good basis to start using that new system.
Okay, now is it clear what the government plan is to? I mean, as I look through the budget, the government's budgeted $16 million to begin looking for a replacement system, but it hasn't budgeted any money to actually buy one. Is that?
Well, it's clear they've stated their intention to replace Phoenix, so that seems to be quite clear. They have not decided what to replace it with, whether it'll be one unique solution or a number of solutions. And one can imagine that it could be one software or solution for the entire public sector, or it could be one solution for the most complicated files and another solution for the more regular, the easier payroll.
I mean, I guess here's the bottom line for a lot. I mean, there's no getting around the fact that it's cost a pile of money. It's been a money pit, and it hasn't worked the way it's supposed to, and it's been a failure at almost every level, it seems to me.
Yes.
But the bottom line is, for a lot of people here, is the objective when it started was to be able to find a way to reduce the cost of delivering the pay to 300,000 employees. Exactly. Is that objective still reachable? Is it actually going to save money if they get it right?
Well, I think you can save money because other institutions, other organizations have implemented solutions and are paying their employees on time and accurately at lower cost than what the federal government is currently paying. And that's the whole purpose behind this report. It's to look at what other jurisdictions have done or do and to benchmark that against what we are doing. And we find in the report that Phoenix cost per employee to pay them costs about $1,000, where the benchmark for other large government institutions between $300 and $500. That's
So
the
at least
benchmark.
double. At least double.
Very easily. And we find that given the current federal government scale and the current systems, it could probably get away with about $350 per employee per year for payroll costs.
Once they get it right.
Yes.
All right, Yves Giroux, thank you.
My pleasure.